A group of writers called Muckrakers thrived on exposing scandal. Many of the early Muckrakers had their works published in McClure's magazine. Ida Tarbell wrote about Standard Oil. Her father had been involved in oil in Pennsylvania, but went out of business since he was unable to compete with Standard Oil. Tarbell wrote about Rockefeller forming his trust. Rockefeller did bring costs down, provided jobs, and provided products that were more affordable, but anti-business progressives saw his trust as being too powerful. Tarbell's book is credited with hastening the Supreme Court's 1911 decision to force Standard Oil to break up in violation of the Sherman Antitrust Act. Lincoln Steffens wrote about municipal or city corruption. He had gone to the Soviet Union and came back saying, "I have seen the future and it works," showing that Steffens favored socialism and communism, taking from those who have earned to give to those who don't. Frank Norris wrote The Octopus about the treatment of California ranchers by corporate railroads. Like many progressive writers of the time, Norris would study and come under the influence of evolution theories. Upton Sinclair wrote The Jungle about the unsanitary conditions in the meatpacking industry. His book led to laws regarding the preparation of food. Upton Sinclair was a socialist, however. He even ran for office as a socialist. Jacob Riis wrote How the Other Half Lives, about slums, problems for immigrants, and poor families, and the problems for children growing up in poor homes. His work would bring about child labor laws, as well as neighborhood parks and school playgrounds. Theodore Roosevelt gave the Muckrakers their name. He said they were necessary for society, but that they often went too far, focusing only on the negatives. TR would become an ally, and he was against corruption and called his policies the square deal. He set out to convince Americans of the need for change. Socialists got involved in the progressive movement. Socialism is a system that takes from the haves and gives to the have-nots. The negative is that there is no incentive to work hard, no incentive to be an entrepreneur or inventor. Socialist societies have never had long-term success in history. This is an important lesson to learn from socialism.